Hey guys, Harsh Squints here. Welcome back to the Platinum playthrough of Fallout 3. So last week we finished Riley's Rangers, and this week we are at the sewer waste station right outside of Grey Ditch, and we're going to do the quest those. And with the remaining time after we finish this quest, we're going to go do another part of the Wasteland Survival Guide. So in this quest, this was off camera, but someone confronted us saying that their town was overrun by giant fire ants right there, and that he needs to find his dad. So that's what we're gonna do this week. This quest should take up some time, but it shouldn't take up all of it, so we'll fill it in with some whatever stuff, some leftover stuff. So we're gonna get some skill books this week too. So if we go in here,
Sure is hot in here.
we see that's the kid that confronted us. So we're gonna be sneaking. There is a skill book in this town, and there's also the house we're supposed to check. So we'll go inside there. So basically, we're just gonna sneak around and melee these guys. Nothing too difficult, really. Just kind of sneaking and discovering stuff as we go along. So hopefully I get this out in time. I've been kind of behind. This ant is seizuring. Come here, man. Come here. Sneaking up on him. Wow. Very well done. We don't want that bear. And they don't really have anything on them. And so I believe it's this abandoned house right here that we want to go into. And we should get a guns and bullets skill book. There should be to the right. There it is. Guns and bullets. Nothing. And I don't think there's any ants inside, so we're just gonna run around quick. There might be a medical kit or whatever in here. I think not. I know there's some other good loot. Not really too worried about it in this town. There is like there's like an unmarked quest we're gonna be doing this week too, just because it's like within the same vicinity. Who spotted us? We're gonna pull out our actually, let's use some frag grenades just because we have so many of them. Come on. Who spotted us? What the hell? Oh, you spotted us. Alright, we'll just use this on them. We actually get a really good perk from this quest too. So that is good. And there he goes. See ya. Alright, so this is that kid's house, where his dad's at. And so I think we're gonna have some bad news for him. See, he took out some of them, but he's dead. That shack key is important, but we have a high enough skill point or skill to not need it. We're gonna take this, of course. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in here, so we'll go tell that kid about his pops. So there's more fire ants. I will kill them eventually once. Let's go tell this kid what's up.
Anyone out there? Come on, tell me already.
I think I have some bad news for you.
Oh no. What happened?
Brian, I'm sorry, but your father is dead.
He's dead? I guess I already knew. Besides, I'm too tired to cry anymore.
I'll stop whatever started this, I promise you.
You gotta stop it, so this can't happen to anyone else's family ever again. I wish I had met you a long time ago. And then maybe my dad would still be alive. Thanks for doing all this. I'm feeling better now that you're here.
So what happened here?
It used to be kinda nice. No one bothered us there. I guess because we were so close to DC. There were 7 of us living there in tall, old brick houses. I think I'm the last one left. Those things took everyone else.
Did you know the others in the town very well?
Nah. People don't like to stay long in Great Itch. The DC ruins aren't a great place to make a home, you know. In fact, Papa was talking about moving on soon. We've been here for maybe a year.
Let me ask you something else.
Alright. What is it?
I have to go now.
If you look around enough in Great Itch, you might find some useful stuff people left behind.
Yeah, we could. But for now, we're not gonna worry about it. Let us... Oh god, wrong button. Here, I'm gonna actually switch to the Gauss rifle too. Yep, that was supposed to happen. Oh my goodness. Alright, he spotted us. Might as well get out of that. Kabloomy. I remember I came here and like one of the first times I was playing this at a very low level and I got immediately destroyed by all these. So I think this shack is average locked. Oh, it's hard locked. We're still at 85, so we're all good. So yeah, this is... I know how this quest goes, obviously. So we're just gonna go ahead and not diddle-daddle. We also should get some computers, or computer skills or whatever. Or science checks done, so that's good too. Got it. Alright, so we can't activate that. Science, no, I'm not going to do that. Let's do personal notes. Where did I go wrong? Batch A27 is a complete failure. I must return to my original formulas and begin the process all over again. Perhaps the pressure of working in these conditions without proper laboratory equipment is to blame. Perhaps I simply didn't splice the correct genetic instructions, or perhaps I am fatigued. Whatever the case may be, A27 is proving to be a disaster. I must introduce a new formula soon, or I may not be alive to see my hypothesis come to fruition. Sample location discovered. I found the perfect specimen for my experiments inside Marigold Station. I've set up shop underground for now. While I prepare the experiment, all I need is a bit of last-minute programming on my robot, and it will be ready to perform the delicate injections. Soon, I will prove to everyone that my formula is a viable alternative to the destruction of these misunderstood beings. Dangers. I realize that dangers involved in tampering with nature. I've heard the rhetoric and the hoopla about playing God. However, I'm determined to reduce these poor things back to their original state when they were harmless. Only through genetic recoding is this possible. All that is needed is a proper test subject. My search continues as I tweak the formula. So it seems like he was trying to do some good but messed up. Let's pick up this holotape. So we'll listen to this once we get outside. And we're going to sneak around to the Marigold Station. It's actually really close. It's on our map. So let's put this on while we sneak. So Dr. Lesko's notes. This is just telling us what we just read.
This could be the 5th time I've forgotten the code to my desktop terminal. I really must learn to be more organized. The password for my terminal is Formicidae. How hard could that be for me to remember? Note to self, destroy this holotape as soon as move to new lab is complete.
Looks like he didn't do that. Alright. So, yeah, there's that. So there's a shack key on, Wilkes' father's body if you can't get into that shack. And then there's that if you can't get into the terminal. So, you can do this quest when you're lower level. It's not too difficult. You just gotta make sure you have ammo for these ants. That's the only problem. So like a big problem with doing all this is like this is a good spot to come get neutral kills. So now that I'm wiping these out, and this quest will eventually get rid of all of them. That kind of sucks. Once we're in the tunnel, I'm gonna use the shock sword more. Just because, but since we're out and about, oh god. I don't feel like walking all the way up to them. Okay. Over his face twice. Dead. And then there should be... Are you the one that spotted me? Or is there another one? Yeah. See, sometimes I don't know with the ants. And they do have some stuff on them, but I'm not really gonna go and loot all of them. I don't care enough. So we want to be sneaking when we go in here, and this is where we want to be. There's also a little side quest that we will do. It really is not out of the way or anything, just something extra. And we get good loot too, so that's always a plus. And there's a skill check. So actually in this tunnel there's also a science skill book, and I actually went ahead and wrote down some other spots where we could go in the future if we need certain skill books, like that aren't gonna be, we're not gonna see them or go through them in the other quest. So they're like possible future places to go to. So that's good. Yeah, we're basically gonna be sneaking around. Oh god, it's chugging along right now. Come on. I think it's trying to spawn all the ants. Probably. Oh, that sound was very late. I also figured out a temporary way to hear as I play, which is, you know, solid. So I don't know the best way to do this, but sneaking right now is really working with the shock sword. What's this guy? So Grady's last recording. Let's listen to it real quick.
If you're listening to this tape, then my brains are splattered all over a wall somewhere, and you've got a job to do. You need to retrieve the package and get it safely to Ronald Lauren and Girder Shade. Tell him Grady sent you. To get the package, you'll need the key. I've stashed it inside an old fire hose case in some maintenance closet in Marigold Metro Station. The key will unlock the safe that contains the package. Look for the room marked by a spinning light. You can't miss it. Good luck. And hopefully, they won't find you too.
I wonder who they is. So yeah, nothing too crazy. I just want to look at my local map real quick. Alright, yeah, we're heading the right way. So yeah, there's like actually a lot of points of interest in this quest, or in this little tunnel, just because there's like a dead body, and there's that key we need to get along the way. Like these, like really it's not too difficult, it's just really sneaking by them. And you can pretty much go unscathed throughout this. Kill off this guy. Doesn't seem to be anyone over here. We'll take this ammo though. Perfect. I'll take all that, and there should be that as well. Yeah, we're gonna keep going this way. It's blocked off here, so we're gonna go down this little tunnel. So yeah, we'll get a good perk too. It'll it's going, oh, I won't spoil it actually. We'll keep it I'll keep it secret for now. So you want to be looking out for this key. It's not too difficult to find. It's kind of just like stashed away though. So and there's like ants everywhere, so I'm not gonna be running around. I think if I fire a gun in this room, everyone will explode. Or we'd all, not everyone, but the room would catch on fire and we'd be knocked over. Is this actually where this might be where we need to go. Yep, this is it. So this is Grady's fire hose box. We're gonna pick up Grady's safe key. I believe you need the key to get in. I think it's one of those that are permanently locked and you need, you need that to get in to it. So now that we have all that, we just need to find the door with the spinning light, and that should let us in. So, but first we're gonna complete the quest we're doing now. These guys have no clue. Our sneak skill is also pretty great right now, and the stealth field helps a lot too. I hear him. Oh, here he is. I don't know if it's he. could be a she. But I don't know how ant colonies are. They might have women be warriors. Or whatever. Who knows? So we should be coming up to where we need to go. There's no quest markers in this. But that's alright. We'll just come right here.
Well, you startled me. You really mustn't creep up on people like that.
Sorry, I didn't expect to bump into anyone alive down here.
That is precisely why this is the ideal place for my work. Do you realize you're trampling about in a delicately balanced and highly sensitive experimentation area?
You call this a laboratory?
I've chosen this room as a temporary retreat from which to contemplate my erroneous figures for my experiments. It may be a bit dark and damp, but such annoyances will not stand in the way of science.
Experiments, what do you mean?
My experiments are of a complex nature and would take a scientist to explain. Oh wait, I'm a scientist. How marvelous. My foray into reducing the girth of these insectoid creatures is of utmost importance. I intend to generationally reduce their immense stature by way of a pre-birth induced mutagen. Isn't that clever?
Okay, now how about explaining that for slower people?
Well, let me see. Well, you start with a generation of very large ants. You simply inject the current brood's eggs with an engineered mutagen. Then the next generation should be smaller. Do it enough times, and you may be able to reduce them back to their once original tiny size.
So what's gone wrong?
Well, I'm afraid I've made slight miscalculations in the mutagen. Instead of lowering their size, the brood hatched with a new biomechanism. I call their genetic aberration pyrosis, the ability to emit flame from their bodies. I may be able to correct this error, but I can't get near my equipment.
So all that needs to be done is to eliminate the remaining ants.
I'm afraid it's not that simple. The mutagen has already been injected into the ant queen. She has enough in her body to last for years. My problem right now is I can't reach my terminal to make the proper adjustments and repair the damage I've caused.
What can I do to help?
Since you've offered, allow me to elaborate. My portable terminal is set up in the hatchery chamber near the ant queen. If I can reach it, I can continue to work on improving the mutagen.
If the queen's your concern, why not deal with it directly?
If she were harmed in any way, months of data would be lost. Your objective would be to eliminate what I call her quintet of nest guardians. Filthy little abominations.
This will stop the fire ants?
No, it should all wrap up rather nicely. I've rigged my equipment at my portable terminal to emit what I call an inhibitor pulse. Once I send this pulse, all of the remaining ants will lose their empathic link with the queen and frenzy, destroying each other in the process. So, that's all there is to it. What do you say?
If it'll stop the ants from burning down Grey Ditch, I'm in.
You will? How marvelous! Be careful, my friend. The nest guardians can be quite tenacious.
Alright. Have to go.
Much to do, so much to do.
So really, I don't agree with him. Fuck the queen. She should die. Like, who cares about the data? Well, I mean, maybe he could be right about all that stuff. So we can break into here. Oh, my nose is itchy, sorry. We can break into here. There should be ammo. We can pretty much steal all his stuff. If we had a higher intelligence, we could pass that intelligence check. I'm not too worried about it, honestly. Doesn't get you anything. I don't think so. But the reason why we're not going to harm the ant queen is because we want the perk. So we'll just check all these. Might as well. So down in this hatchery little area, it's a different cell. Down in here is a Nuka-Cola Quantum and a Big Book of Science. We need to read our guns and bullets. We'll do that once we get outside, I think. But for now, we'll just go in here.